Okay, let's talk about why I don't like to show affection. Family, welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Dismissible Me, where I let my intrusive thoughts win and speak about topics and situations from the perspective of somebody with a dismissive avoidant attachment style. So please hit the like button, subscribe for my daily content Monday through Friday, and let me know where you're watching from and any future questions or content ideas you would like to see me touch on. Family, again, why it is I do not like to show affection. And affection, kissing, holding hands, even more than that. Even holding hands is a lot for me. And it's physical closeness makes me uncomfortable. So, and the fact that I don't hug a lot of people. I really don't, even though I am supposed to be shaking hands with people all the time. I avoid shaking hands with people. I don't like it at all. Like, do not put your hands on my body. If I do not invite you into my personal space, please don't touch me. Please do not touch me. I'm not friendly like that. Absolutely, positively not. Yeah, like first of all, it's very, I can't be the only person that feels that way. Like, physical touch is uncomfortable for me unless I'm inviting you into my space. And even if I invite you into my space, doesn't necessarily mean that just because I'm inviting you in my space means I'm comfortable with you touching me. Like, I'm going to have to get used to the idea of you holding my hand or me holding your hand, holding hands in general, or even just somebody like putting their hand on me and like, ooh, wait a minute. Get your hands off me. Get your and I know that sounds wild, but it really is. Like, physical touch is very uncomfortable for me unless I am inviting you into my space. Holding hands, I have said this in numerous videos, and I know people are laughing at me because people laugh at me in real life to my actual face when I talk about this. But when somebody holds my hand, if I am not used to you holding my hand, or I'm not welcoming the hand holding, it just feels like you're holding me hostage. Like, why why are you keeping me here? Why am I being detained? That's exactly how it feels. Like, let me go. I want to be here of my own free will, so you don't have to hold me down. Hugging is even worse. Because it's all of your space. Like, hand holding is one thing, and typically if I'm holding your hand, and I'm not talking about children. I don't know why people are like, what about with children? Like, as if adults deal with children in the same manner. Come on now, let's use our brains. But like, when I'm holding an adult's hand, that's one thing. I've invited them into my space. But like, hugging, sometimes hugging is a cultural thing. Like, oh, we just hug. I'm gonna need you to back up. I'm gonna need you to give me 50 freaking feet for the culture. Okay? Yeah. So it's just kind of, you do it because you understand it's the norm and not to offend people. But then when I'm dealing in my personal life, because I have the choice on whether or not I want to hug people, or if I had a day where I had to do a lot of hugging, which a lot of hugging to me might be hugging 3 people or just haven't been around a lot of people, I may not want to hug you at the end of the day because it's just too much for me. I'm all hugged out. I'm all out of hugs for the day. Jeez. It's that. And then when we get to talking about like kissing and stuff, especially for the people that want to engage in public displays of affection, which I have a video on that. So again, like, subscribe, check the playlist. I try to be organized on my channels. Public displays of affection, never going to be a thing for me, just as a whole. Like, I can change and fix and no longer do, right, and correct certain behaviors and thought patterns all I want. But kissing in public is just forever going to be frowned upon in my eyes. It's really uncomfortable, because why am I sharing intimate moments with the whole wide world? Not understanding. It's just not for me. And then it's very intimate. It's like my face and your face, and it's kissing's a big deal for me. Kissing is, I'll try to avoid it for a long time. I'll be honest about that. I will try to avoid it for an absolute long time because it is very intimate. So I'll just, you know, stop. You're doing too much. Yeah, I'll avoid it at all costs, you know, till I can't anymore. But yeah, it's scary. It's scary. And plus it feels like the more I do, hand holding, now we hugging regular, now now we didn't kiss once, so you're expecting a kiss every time I see you. Chill out. Slow down. All right? It just puts a lot of pressure on me. And I will say, every time somebody tries to kick it up a notch with the physical intimacy, it's always when I start to, ooh. I wouldn't say I think on the opposite end, somebody could see it as pulling away, but really for me, it's more of a coldness, like a standing still, like, I kind of don't know what to do with that. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure if I'm ready for that. I'm not quite sure if I like it, or even I'm just getting used to it. I'm not quite sure how to deal with it. You know, now I have the words, I can speak and talk about it now, but there are certain times where I couldn't, and it's just too intimate, it's too close. Too close. And then I don't date very often. It's years and years between, you know, me dating one person into even just dating the next person or even getting a relationship. It's not something that I do often. It's uncomfortable. So it's uncomfortable, then it's awkward. It's just a whole lot. It's dangerous. It's scary. What else? What is another reason why I don't do it? Like sitting and really thinking. If I don't do it, obviously it creates that emotional, and it's not just physical distance, it's emotional distance too. Like I haven't quite invested. The more I do, the more I feel invested in something. And then when I have to back up, now it's like, oh, why was I holding hands with this person? Because I absolutely will be kicking myself because I let you touch my hands. Absolutely. Why was I hugging this person? Dang, they really got the best of me. Wow. I just don't, excuse my alarm. Yeah, it just seems like I'm giving so much away and I could potentially end up with so little. So why am I investing? Where is it? Is it public? Because that makes me uncomfortable. It's physically uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable because it's not my normal. There's so many different things, but ultimately it's just uncomfortable. It's too vulnerable. I don't really want to go there. I may not be ready. And even if I am ready, I'm still uncomfortable. So that is the reason. I wish I could come up with something else, but I don't want to just be rambling and dragging it all out. But yeah, it's uncomfortable. It's too vulnerable. And until I invite somebody into my space, I'm always going to be like cold about it because I'm just uncomfortable. Just uncomfortable. So, family, let me know what resonates for you. Drop your attachment style. Let me know where you are watching from. Any questions that you have, would like to see me do a video on, down below in the comment section. And I'll be tapping in with you very soon. Keep it real.